shop. Think Thayer. Come on, let's get rolling. Come on, let's get moving. Think Thayer.
Hello and welcome to Falcon Weekly here on BGSUFalcons.com. I'm Evan Pivnick, joined by the head coach of the Bowling Green Falcons, Chris Bergeron. Coach, a split this past weekend against Lake Superior State up at Sault Ste. Marie. Obviously the result you were looking for Sunday night, but how do you think the team played overall?
Up and down. The team played like we've played, unfortunately, all year long. I thought we played really well Friday, and we tried to prepare them Saturday for a big pushback from our opponent, which I think we got. A tribute to Lake Superior. I think Lake Superior is a really good team, and I think college hockey is so tight that you don't bring your best effort on a certain night or the best mindset or whatever it is, and you leave it to chance. And, I felt like that's what happened Saturday. And if it wasn't for a big-time performance by Chris Nell, I don't think that game goes to overtime, at least watching it back on tape. We had chances too. There's no doubt about that. But I think the consistent chances was for them. And like I said, if Chris isn't there, it doesn't go into overtime. But I don't want to lose track of the fact that we went to Lake Superior and split. Splitting on the road is always a good thing. I just did not like our overall approach to start the game on Saturday, and unfortunately we weren't able to right the ship. So the taste in your mouth going into the next week is what happened on Saturday, right? You know, you go to Michigan Tech, don't play well Friday, get a win Saturday, and you feel pretty good. So the difference is what, and that's college hockey. You know, the taste in your mouth is what happened Saturday, and Saturday we didn't play very well.
Can you pinpoint anything to the inconsistencies of this team so far this year?
No, I really can't. I mean, I found that it's in practice as well. I mean, there's days where, man, we look good in practice, and there's other days where it doesn't seem we can make a 5 or 6 foot pass. So they're young guys, you know, they're trying to do the right thing every day. It's not that they don't want to, or they're not trying to do the right things. I think there's just days where they don't, you know, it's hard, and I get that. You know, you're talking about full-time job academically, full-time job hockey-wise, trying to be a 20-year-old, a 21-year-old at the same time. It's difficult, and that's no excuse. That's Division I athletics. It's not for everybody, and we get that. But you know, it hasn't been 50% of the time, Evan. I mean, we're 13-6-5. Like we're better more than we're not. I feel like for us to be the team we want to be, you can't have a 2-3 stretch over the course of 5 games where you're not scoring and the power play's not right. You know, that's not who we say we are, and with that, it's every day. If I absolutely had the pinpoint answer, we would fix it. But I think that's what you struggle with when you have people this age. I mean, I'm looking at other teams on campus. I'm talking to other coaches on campus. They're dealing with the same type of things. There's a lot going on in these kids' worlds, and you're trying to get them to focus on what's happening for that hour or whatever, that couple hours on Friday and Saturday. But we don't think this is a game in, game out thing. This is every day. Every day you want to be able to bring the best version of yourself and worry about the process on that day. And it's not easy. And we've shown signs that it's not easy.
And you mentioned the student part of it, and 2 students that are beginning their first semesters here at BG, Adam Smith and Jordan Ernst. They just joined the team. They have a few games underneath their belts. How do you think they've played so far, and how does that change the defensive scheme going forward?
It doesn't change the scheme at all. I think they've done great. You know, it's not an easy situation to start at Christmas time. And, I mean, most of our guys have that full month of September to get their feet under them. Most of the freshmen to get their feet under themselves and academics straight. And where do I go for math class? And where do I go for English? And where do I go for this and that? And then you mix in, you know, some captains practices and sprinkling of coaches, and it's more of a progression. Where this thing you're thrown right into fire, and I think they've done both. They've both done very well. You know, they both have proven that they can play at this level. It'll just be a matter of that consistency and habits and so on, and that's like any other freshman. But they've been given a pretty good opportunity. So I think they both realize that you know, they have to bring it every day, but it has been their opportunity to lose to this point, and we'll see how it goes moving forward. But we're not going to change any scheme defensively. We've recruited those kids to come in and play the way we want to play, and to this point, they've shown signs that they're capable of doing that.
Now, looking ahead at this weekend, game against Miami, the last non-conference, well, series, if you want to put it, not back-to-back games, but last non-conference series, how huge is it just from looking at, I know you don't want to really look at the standings too early, but you have to know going in the back of your mind that this is a huge game for the Falcons.
Yeah, I mean, they're all huge. You know, we don't play 80 games. We play 38 games this year, and that's guaranteed. And this is another opportunity. And our last opportunity was just past Saturday. We didn't play very well. So we want to play better. I think just playing a Mid-American Conference rival, an old CCHA rival, a program that, you know, myself and Barry are really familiar with, it's exciting, you know, but it's no different than any other opportunity. Obviously, the difference is it doesn't count towards the WCHA standings. We want to play better hockey than we played the last time, the last game we played, and this Saturday will be our next opportunity to do that, and we'll look at it that way.
And you mentioned the ties that you and Barry do have to Miami. So how special is it always for you to be able to go back and represent now Bowling Green?
Yeah, well, it's very special, and it always will be. I mean, my one son was born in Oxford, and the other one, that's all he knows. I think we moved there when he was 6 months old. And, we were there 10 years, you know, and what I went through professionally, I thought was a special time, and personally, we have lots of friends there. So we've truly enjoyed Bowling Green, and totally pumped about this opportunity and where we're going. But when you go back to Oxford, there's some good memories there, and it'll always be a special place for us.
Well, Coach, I appreciate the time and best luck this weekend against the Redhawks, and we'll speak to you next week.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.